Hi everyone, my name is Akshaya. I'm a nature and animal communicator, which means I can speak to plants, animals and other species and have two-way conversations with them. One of the most frequently asked questions to me is how do you actually start communicating? I know a lot of people who follow me on YouTube and want to know more about how to start the process. While there are many ways to do it, you could actually enroll in a course, you could buy a book, you could learn through watching videos. It does get a bit confusing sometimes because animal communication is extremely intangible, and hence that intangibility adds to the mysticism and the confusion that we go through. In this video, I'm going to share with you one technique which can help in actually starting out your journey of communication. I would highly recommend all of you to try this out and practice a little to instill the confidence and then to take a step further in the journey by practicing more and more. Remember, for animal communication, practice is the key. It is like learning a new language. So the more you speak in the language, the easier it gets for us to gain the fluency and the efficacy of the language as well. So the simple technique I'm going to share with you, you will need a photograph of an animal. I would recommend choosing an animal you don't live with or you don't know much about initially, because to begin with, you want to learn about the animal a few things that you would already know about your animal. So if you have a friend, a colleague or someone you can trust, you can request them for their animal's photo. Or if you know of other people who want to build up on this skill, you can also exchange photographs. Please note that if you're speaking with a companion animal, meaning that these are animals who live with humans in their homes, explicit permission of the human is mandatory. Please do not speak to companion animals without the explicit permission of the human. It's not only unethical, but it is also not going to help you, the animal or their human, understand each other better. Once you have the photo, just observe the photograph. See what you feel about the animal. How is their expression? What is their body language like? And make notes of as much information as you can receive from this photo. Don't think too much. In fact, if you want to be analytical, if you want to base your understanding based on your own experiences, you can. It could be generic information, it could be information you have already read about, you already know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you are receiving the information. What matters is that you have the information. So be as detailed as possible by just merely looking at the photo. Once that is done, once you have gotten everything you can from the photograph, now take it a step further and start asking questions to the animal. Anything you feel is appropriate for asking, you can ask. If you want certain specific information, you can. Keep it simple, let it be basic. Don't try to hop, skip and jump steps by asking very significant and important questions right at your first try. Keep it very simple and basic, but ask questions. And now looking at the photo, write down whatever you feel the animal may share with you. Now you already have the basis of the photo, you have already understood the personality. So now depending upon that, you can write down your answers. Once you have done this, thank the animal and provide this information to the human, whoever the animal belongs to, and ask them for a feedback. This way you can gain more confidence in your communication. This isn't a technique really that I generally recommend for my students. In fact, in my courses, I encourage students to speak to animals without their photographs. But for those of you who want to learn on your own, please do try this technique and let me know how it works. If you have any other comments or if you want to share your experiences, please do mention it in the comment section below. Until the next video, bye-bye.